What is good, YouTube? Quinn Way back again with another video. We gonna talk about the Toronto Raptors. Not only adding Bembry, I was gonna make it, but I realized, like, you know what, the Raptors not done making moves, and I'm glad that I did because I can give y'all that Alex Lynn right alongside that. And Bembry was a pretty solid player from Atlanta. He was able to score the basketball. And the Raptors, like I said, in a situation where they're trying to get guys that has potential and upside. And Bembry, you're only giving him a couple million, not really that much. I don't really expect him to have a significant role on the Toronto Raptors, to be honest. They have better players. I only really see him getting a lot of minutes if injuries happen and they have to depend on him just a little bit more. Other than that, he's a solid player. He is an NBA player, and even though he's not the greatest player, you rather have him than nothing. That's basically what they're doing with Bembry. And he gives you a little bit of size. He is 6'5", 210 pounds. For people that don't know, he did play 43 games last year for the Hawks. The season before that, he did play all 82 games. He did shoot 44% and 45% the last 2 years. Didn't shoot particularly well from the three-point line, but I don't really think that that's a significant problem because, like I said, he's not going to be a reliable player. I also really wouldn't care too much about the free throw shooting because he only shot one a game as his career high, which isn't enough to really dictate is he really a good free throw shooter or not because he's not really attempting that much and going there that often. He also did rebound pretty well for his position when he did play for the Hawks, and he's just going to be in a whole different system and around totally different players. And that's what, will make or break him. Do he really fit for what they're bringing him in? Yeah, they're just asking him to come in, give us a couple minutes, maybe probably at the max, 20 minutes, just like he did in Atlanta. Knock down a couple shots, make a couple plays, get out in transition, and have fun. Because Nick Nurse like to switch things up a lot. He has a lot of things he can do with the personnel that he has. And, at the end of the day, you get another solid guard that can, score in different ways. And then you still got Alex Lynn, who had a resurgence season. I feel like a lot of people was done with him. A lot of people thought that he would be out of the league when he was playing um, in Phoenix. They thought that he would be done and he wouldn't have a long NBA career. But here we are right now looking at Alex Lynn on the move. And I think it's good for him just because he needs a new home and he needs to allow himself to continue to play. Because to me, when I look at Alex Lynn, he isn't the greatest center. But when you look at the roster that the Toronto Raptors have right now, they don't really have that many bigs since they lost Marcus Gasol and Serge Ibaka. And now they have a guy that is a legitimate 7-footer, actually has some size, really play well with the Sacramento Kings. I know his numbers don't, blow your mind, but the fact that he did average 15 minutes per game last year and was still able to shoot 59% from the field and still give you 6 rebounds, and 4 of them was defensive, and he also averaged 2 offensive rebounds in 15 minutes while also being able to get putbacks, catch lobs, and set screens. So not the greatest player, never has been, but you're not asking him to play a significant role. You're not asking him to be relied upon. You just need him if somebody gets in foul trouble. You only need him if somebody gets an injury, and then he'll be playing more minutes, but still not a main part of this team. And he allows you to go a little big too because of his length and his size and his mobility. Not going to space out the floor too much. Not going to knock down too many free throws. Not a terrible free throw shooter, but for a center, passable, and he's another solid addition to this team. So neither one of these guys I see a long-term future with Toronto. Neither one of these guys are going to make a significant difference, but you do want to have guys that can come in, play a specific role, play a specific minutes, and produce. And these guys have shown that they have been able to do that in Atlanta and obviously in Sacramento. And that's what you need them to do. And they have shown that they're able to, fulfill those roles. So don't really, not too excited, not too crazy about it. But you still have to get somebody to play, and these guys can do that. And they serve different purposes for their picks, for why they got picked up. So if you're a Raptors fan, you like it. Um, and you're not really going to complain too much because you ain't paying them anything. And you don't really have them locked up long term either, so you can go back into free agency next year, pick up some people that's most likely going to be better. But for the what's left and for the players that's unsigned, these are two of the guys that can bring something to the table in those minutes, and they're not paying them that much money anyway. These guys are tradable. These guys are waivable, and that's always help just in case they don't work or you don't like them. You can always replace them, and these two guys are replaceable guys, and they still are young. That's another thing. So it's not like you're getting veterans that's going to be wanting a role, or veterans that's not going to be happy, or veterans that don't want to be there. You got two guys that still trying to play in the league, still trying to make a living off being in the NBA, and they still are hungry. And you rather have that than somebody that just taking a deal and is going to be whining about it. So the Raptors, this is a win-win for all parties. And I think that, these are solid rotational players, so I'm not really going to complain if I'm a Raptors fan. At the end of the day, check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description comment section below. Check out the Facebook page too, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description comment section below. You can buy merchandise just like this on my Facebook page. You can pick the logo you want. You can change the color of the logos, obviously. Change the color of the shirt, customize the shirts and the hats to what you want them to be. Message me, I can get them shipped out to you. Not only that, like on Facebook. Also, not only that, like this video. Liking and sharing this video allows me to reach more people. The more people I reach, the more channel can grow, and the more you can help me out by supporting. If you don't want to buy any merchandise, also, if you're new to the channel, I make breakdowns of players, legends, rookies, summer league coverage, and summer league breakdowns, draft talks, free agency, season previews, trade deadline, playoff prediction, top 10 lists, and other type of videos too. So if you're new to the channel, I do upload every day from variety of topics and variety of content. Also, comment. I read every comment. I enjoy the comments you guys been leaving. Remember, you can tell me anything, say anything. I do read every comment, so let's keep that in mind when you do decide to do it. Not only that, the Raptors, they trying to figure it out. They're trying to figure it out, and they getting a lot of assets. They getting a lot of young talent. They can develop some of these guys. They can get the best out of a lot of these guys by putting them in good situation around good players, and hopefully they can exceed their value and bring something more unique. And I feel like these two guys can do that. But also, if they don't work out, they're easy to replace and they're easy to move. And remember, the Raptors are still trying to get back to that championship level. So we'll see if they'll be able to do it in the next couple of years.